GTA sales are up for the month of May with more than 9,000 homes getting sold with the average price of 1.2 million. Kitchener market is also hot with the average price of 800,000. In London, it's around 700,000. Hello everyone, my name is Mandeep Dhesi, your local real estate agent. In today's video, we are going to talk about real estate stats for the month of May 2023. We are targeting GTA, Kitchener-Waterloo-Cambridge and London. And further in the end of the video, we are going to do the analysis with the recent interest rate hike done by Bank of Canada, how it's going to impact the future transactions for the month of June itself, and what are our predictions for the July coming month. So let's go into the numbers first. New listings are down more than 18%. So that was the prime reason. The sales were up. There was like 24.7% increase in the sales compared to a year-on-year basis compared to the last year of May. And the average price is almost around 1.2 million, which is same the year back. So this means, is this a sign that our real estate market recovered on year-on-year basis? To talk more about in details is, if you talk about detached in specifics, you can see the detached, if you see on the year-on-year basis, there's an increase. If you have purchased your home last year, the average price is almost up by 0.6%, and similarly with the townhome is 2.5% up. What happened all of a sudden is, as we talked about, it's an inventory issue. There's a demand and supply gap that was always there. A lot of people, first time home buyers or investors, were sitting on the sideline, that they took this an opportunity when the Bank of Canada increased the interest rate in the month of March, April. They thought everything is same and they jumped into that, but there was almost shortage of the supply. Sellers are not selling that much. That's the reason. If you see 416 postal code, you can see this is the area of the Toronto core. The average price of a detached is 1.9 million, and in a 9.5, this is the GTA area. Suburb areas, the average price is 1.4. So overall, if you're looking into detached, you can see the prices is 1.5 million, semis are 1.2, and towns are 1 million. That's crazy expensive. That's what we feel the affordability is at the worst if you talk about GTA real estate market, because the prices, the interest rate are still high and the people are not able to afford. But on the other side, you can see the average prices are up too, and the condo apartment is around 748,000. So that was the worry thing. And if you have bought a semis are still recovering up, and the same with the condos. It's just 3% down, but overall you can see a lot of recovery happening in the month. So that was a sign of a strong spring market. But what will happen in the month of June when you are hitting the summer market, that the things to take into consideration. So the most number of sales are happening in the Peel region with the 1,600 homes getting sold. In the Brampton area, the average price is around $1 million overall, and Mississauga is also in the same price point. And if you see the 3,200 homes getting sold in Toronto, obviously there are more of high-rise properties getting sold. But if the most interesting one is the York, which has 1,700 homes, and the Burlington, you can clearly see the gap between the Burlington, which is more than 300 homes getting sold with the average price of $1 million. But if you talk about Oakville, it's 1.3. So there's a huge difference between Burlington and Oakville market itself. No doubt they both are on the lake shore, they are on QOW, but that's the difference when you are in the premium community of Oakville. Another numbers to talk about is that if you see the detached, that the average sell price to list price is 104. This means most of the properties are going in multiple offers, and average price is 1.5 million. So if you're in the Peel region, that's a Brampton, you're buying at the detached is 1.3. But if you see the Mississauga, the same detached is 1.6. This also shows the price difference between Brampton and Mississauga communities on detached to detached. So it's that comparison of the apples to apple. Similarly, Oakville is 2 million. That's expensive, guys. Like Burlington is 1.4. If you see the Milton is 1.3. So even the Milton market is hot. A lot of clients come to us, okay, let's buy in Milton. Brampton is expensive, let's buy in Milton. So this is a clear indication. If you're buying in Milton, it's expensive too. It's not that much affordable overall if you see that. Similarly, this was the detached numbers. If you talk about the semis, the average price in the Brampton is just across $1 million. Similarly, the Mississauga is 1.1 million. Oakville is 1.2. Burlington is 1 million. So you clearly see the difference between the price range where the semi-detached are going. That's why the average is around 1.2 million. So if you are first time home buyers, you might be looking at the condo townhomes or condo apartments that are under $1 million. But if you are right on the border, you can look into the townhomes, because the Peel region, the average prices of a townhome is around 1 million, and it's 952 in a Brampton market, 1.1 in Mississauga. So this means Brampton might be a good opportunity for you to buy into those townhomes But if you're looking in Oakville is 1.2. Even Milton is good. It's just on the border. It's 1 million. It's another community to look off is for the Durham region. You can look into these communities. Ajax, it's 914. So, and also Oshawa is around 800,000. So a lot of buyers who want to be part of GTA, they might be looking at the eastern part of the GTA market, which are a bit lower in prices compared to the west. This is a clear indication. If you see that Clearington is 815, 982 in the Pickering, because it's a bit closer to the Toronto. As you move far into the east, the price will soft a bit. So, but if you clearly want, no, I want to be a part of the GTA limelight and my budget is less than $1 million, then you should look into the condo townhomes with the average price of 868,000. If you talk about Brampton is 746. Yeah, it's a good opportunity to be in. Mississauga is 800. Similarly on the east side, if you Oshawa is almost around 700,000, 658. And condo apartments, that's where most of the sales will happen. Obviously in the city of Toronto, the downtown area, the average price is 784,000. And if you are in Brampton, it's almost close to 600. In Mississauga, it's more than 600,000. So these were the numbers we were talking about, showing you which price point fits you, which city fits you in. In January, the average price in GTA market was 1,037,000, which jumped to almost 1.2 million. But what happened in those 5 months that we saw so much spike, even we were surprised to see so much recovery in the real estate market itself. So that was a trend we were talking about. It might be because of a lot of demand. It was because less listing. It might be because the numbers were low on the interest rate. Not the lower, the bank didn't increase the interest rate. That might be the reason for those. I wanted to show you another area, Kitchener-Waterloo-Cambridge. This is a recently hot area. The average price for the month of May was around 791,000. So it's almost 800,000. So you can see the difference, 1.2 million, 800,000 in the Kitchener-Waterloo-Cambridge area. And if you see Detached was around 900,000, which was almost around 1.5 million in GTA area, and townhomes around 662,000, and the apartments were around 500,000. So that is a good indication. You might be looking to those communities or the Kitchener-Waterloo-Cambridge. Even we are doing a dedicated video on Kitchener communities, which of the communities are good for you. We are talking about Grand River, we are talking about Truslers. Another community we were talking about was London. The average price in the London community is 682,000, and that's almost less than 700,000. So 846 homes getting sold. So if the budget is a bit soft, you might be looking to the London community. There is Fanshawe College right on 401, hospitals, a lot of healthcare jobs in that area. So this might be another community that you might be looking into. Now let's talk about the impact of the latest interest rate hike by Bank of Canada. As of now, you can see Bank of Canada pushed the lending rate by 0.25 bips. So this means our prime lending rate is 6.95. This is a crazy higher. It is almost to the level of April 2021. It's going to impact your net cash flow. If you're on a variable, if you're on fixed, you're fine as of now, but there are chances you might be coming into renewal of your mortgages that you took in 2018, 2019, where the interest rate was around 2.53%. So still you will be in that boat where you might have to adjust to the latest interest rate hikes. So how it's going to impact the housing market? Every increase in the Bank of Canada rate, it's going to impact the housing market, because the reason being home affordability as a buyer, it's going to decrease. It's a general trend with a 1% increase, so the price will soften by 10%. So this means if you're buying a property of $1 million, with a 1% increase, it's going to go 100,000 less. With a 0.25, this means around 25,000. So guys, don't get carried away. Never try to time the market. That's what we predict. If you are ready for that, if you have the funds sitting on the side, it's being eaten by the inflation and you're paying rent, why not jump into the market, secure the property? In the long run, you'll be safer. And as of now, when the interest rate is going up, you have the opportunity to get better deals in the market. Also, you need to consider when the interest rates goes up, it's going to impact your cash flow. If you're a tenant, if you're switching the properties, your rent might go up because the landlord have to pass on the burden of the high interest rates to the tenants. Another dates to look for is when the inflation number is coming up on 13th of June for the month of May. That's going to impact the future decisions of the Bank of Canada, which is meeting in the July month to do the analysis whether they are going to stick with the same interest rate or they might increase it. So a lot of dates to look for in the coming months. But as a buyer, if you're ready, I would say Search for the deals, go for it, provided you can afford it. That's very important. Don't go beyond your means. I have seen the deals where people are broke just because they are not able to afford the high interest scenario. They never anticipated their payments will go so crazy high. So that's two cents from us. Do post your comments. We'll be more than happy to share our thoughts, any questions you have, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel. Every time we are creating this educational content only for you. Thank you again from our team.